What is up, Misfits? Sherman Hunter today, talking to you about the heavy thruster. Now, if you think you can treat the heavy thruster the same way you treat 95-65, you are sorely mistaken, because all the faults we see with that light barbell, if they aren't perfectly dialed in for that heavy thruster, that barbell is not getting up overhead. So the first thing we need to make sure that we can do is get into the proper position in the bottom of a front squat, because that is the basis for a good thruster. In this position here, we need that torso vertical, knees driving out, and big toe and heel on the floor. Go ahead and relax, Hunter. Now, the reason that's so important is that we need to transfer energy from our legs up into the barbell to press it overhead. If we're forward pitched, knees caving in or up on our toes, we're gonna lose some power there, and thus be responsible to try to press that barbell with our upper body only and not our lower half. So again, we need to make sure that torso is vertical, knees are out, big toe, heel on the floor. Second thing we need to make sure we do is create a proper drive phase in our squat. So when Hunter performs this next rep, we're gonna make sure that as he squat cleans this rep, he gets to the bottom of his squat. We see all those checkpoints: vertical torso, knees driving out, big toe and heel on the floor. And as he goes to extend his hips out of the squat, that he thinks about two things, not one: violently extending his hips and his knees so that he doesn't get that barbell out in front of him. So Hunter, could you just give us one heavy thruster? Good, go ahead and relax. Now, I know most of you think about the hips when you're thinking about heavy thrusters. I gotta get my hips into that rep, but a lot of athletes throw their hips forward, leave their knees bent, and as a result are doing these standing bench press with that barbell out in front of them, and as a result, they're able to do one, but not multiple reps in a row, because this broken position is not a great way to transfer energy from the hips. The last thing here is the rib cage. Now, when Hunter does one more rep, we're gonna make sure that as he extends his hips and his knees, that he doesn't allow his midline to break and lean backwards, because again, this causes the barbell to be pressed out in front and reduces the efficiency of the hip transfer of the energy that you create from your squat up into the press overhead. So when Hunter does another rep here, we're gonna make sure that he squeezes his midline as he extends his knees and hips to make sure that barbell flies up overhead. Good, excellent, go ahead and relax. Now again, we're talking solely here at first about single reps, but good chance you're not gonna have to do one heavy thrust, you're gonna have to do multiple. So once an athlete has figured out how to get into the proper position at the bottom, they have a good drive phase, they make sure their rib cage is locked down, they need to be able to receive the barbell, and they need to make sure that they do the same things they think about kind of in reverse. So as Hunter does 2 reps in a row, we're just gonna make sure that he racks the barbell correctly on his shoulders before he starts his descent, because we don't want to be squatting and trying to catch the barbell on his shoulder, because hitting a moving target is more difficult than a stationary one. So again, Misfits, when it comes to heavy thrusters, first things first, make sure you warm yourself up enough that you can get in the proper positions, both in the bottom of the squat and as you get up overhead. Then second, as you go to drive out of that squat, you violently extend your hips and your knees. And then last but not least, make sure you keep your rib cage locked down, so as you extend those hips, all of the energy from your legs is transferred into that bar. You can focus on those 3 tips, be more efficient in those heavy thrusters. We'll see you all in the next one.